If you, on the policy 3.1, freedom of speech by employees. I was reading through this, and it says here, with respect to employee freedom of speech, most employees do not surrender their rights to free speech merely because of their status as an employee of the school district. And that's in bold print. Then you scroll down, and you list reasons why they can't speak. I mean, that's kind of an oxymoron, in my opinion. You're basically saying, hey, you got free speech, but you don't. I kind of find that disingenuous. Because if a teacher or anybody goes out of the district and wants to speak, they should be able to speak. I mean, they just should. And I don't know why you said the board respects employees. I don't think they do when you're sitting here writing a list of things they can't talk about. I mean, that's kind of not good.
They're talking about the difference between a citizen, they have free speech, but when they're a teacher, they do certain things they can't talk about in the classroom.
No, we're talking about outside the classroom. Because it says it's not engaged in the performance of its assigned duties. That means they're not. That's what I'm trying to say.
I mean, I could sit here and talk for an hour on the First Amendment. I don't think you want me to do that. I'll start here that this policy not only is recommended by the SBA, but it's consistent with U.S. Supreme Court precedent and it's consistent with what we see in school entities across the Commonwealth. So I don't necessarily have any concerns with it. It does actively reflect the state of the law with respect to First Amendment rights and public school employees. I don't, and to that point, nothing in this is, in my opinion, this school district is anything different than what is in policy pretty much all things.
David, come on, you're saying so. When you look at like number 4, I mean, this is crazy. They can't speak that interferes with the operations of the school district. Well, everything interferes with the operation of the school district. I mean, that's a blanket statement. That's like saying, all right, you teachers can't speak at all, but you have freedom of speech. Interfering with the operations of a school district happens everywhere. I mean, it happens everywhere on every level. So what is that supposed to mean? How is that supposed to be explained? Because to me, as I'm reading it, they can't talk at all. Because everything they say does interfere with the operation of the school district. Whether they say something online, on Facebook, on YouTube, whatever they might say, it's going to interfere with the school district.
Respectfully, I would disagree with that. The difference is, and the policy does hit on this, whether you're speaking in your official capacity as a school district employee, or whether you're speaking as a private citizen. And then the analysis goes on in Supreme Court cases when you're speaking as a private citizen, whether you're speaking on a matter of political concern or political speech, or whether you're speaking on a private issue. But even in those instances when you're speaking on a matter as a private citizen, if it does interfere with the operations of the school district, we as an employer have to know to address that. And it would be my recommendation to the board that you include that policy on which to allow you to do so.
Well, because it starts out and says, in situations in which the district employees are not engaged in performance or assigned duties. Well, okay, so if they're not involved, if they're not engaged in performance or assigned duties, they still can't interfere with the operations of the school. And I mean, that's what I'm reading. So if they're at home and they're not doing their duties and they're not engaged, they're still not allowed to talk. I mean, that's kind of crazy.
And Mr. Sullivan, I do appreciate and respect you that we want to be respectful of our First Amendment rights. I do see the work with school entities, and I can tell you it's unfortunate that there are numerous times that I have situations come across my desk where a school employee is acting outside the school, and what they do, they interfere with the operations of the school. So I understand your concern, and I think we take note that we're not trying to impede on the First Amendment rights, but I can tell you there are situations where this language is absolutely necessary.
Any other questions?